Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. Quick look at the weather situation this afternoon. It's kind of an interesting day because we're going to go from spring-like conditions this morning, where our high temperature has already occurred, back to winter by this afternoon, this evening. The good news, the severe weather threat has shifted to the east. It's mainly along the coastal plain now, out towards the Outer Banks. There's still some light rain around that'll remain for this evening, but back towards the mountains. This isn't all rain. Some of this is snow mixing in across Knoxville and eastern Tennessee. And as we go into the afternoon, this will move into the North Carolina mountains and we will see snow. It'll start at the highest elevations, but work its way down to the valleys by this afternoon. This is some pretty cold air coming in on the backside of the system. I'm going to loop this real quickly and show you that burst of snow which is moving in on the back side of this cold front. This cold front has been sweeping in from the north and west throughout the overnight hours. We saw some pretty good thunderstorms, some strong storms in northern parts of Anson, Union, and even Stanley County. At one point, it had some pretty good rotation within that storm, but never did produce a tornado, did produce some 60-mile-an-hour winds. But this is really cold air spilling on the backside, and you can see all the snow moving in on the backside through the Ohio Valley, some lake effect snow because some of the waters opened up back up in areas of Lake Michigan. But the bigger story for us isn't going to be the snow. That'll be kind of a fun thing to talk about. Hey, April snow, look at that in the mountains. The bigger story is going to be the very, very cold air tonight. In fact, we're looking at probably a record low temperature occurring overnight. Let's look at the temperature data. This is the high resolution, what we call HRRR model, high resolution rapid update model. We'll go into the afternoon, watch the cold front progress into the mountains. And anywhere you see the temperature below freezing, you're going to see this blue. So in the Smoky Mountains and some of the mountaintops, we start to see below freezing temperatures by mid-afternoon. As we go towards 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, the cold front has passed Charlotte and we're starting to see cold air moving. There's the front right there. Pretty easy to see. Everywhere you see blue in the mountains, again, remember, those are temperatures below freezing. All the mountaintops, mainly above the 4,000 feet, it looks like there. But it starts working its way down into the lower elevations as we go into the evening hours until eventually, by the time we get to 8 p.m., we've got a temperature in Charlotte around 50, and most areas around Boone are going to be in the upper 20s. So a lot of cold temperatures, maybe some icing going on in the mountains. And we'll go into the evening. This only goes out 14 hours. And by this time, we're at 9 o'clock this evening, and the temperature is 49 degrees in Charlotte. So that would be our new low for the day. Just a quick little recap. There it is. There's the cold front. You can see it sweeping through. We'll kind of rock it back and forth. What about precipitation? How much snow are we talking about? Let me put the snow depth here. This will give us a good indication of snowfall moving into the mountains this afternoon. Let me put 6 hour, there we go. You can see initially most of it's going to be confined to the Smoky Mountains, the Tennessee line, and maybe Roan Mountain, Beach, Sugar Mountain about an inch. I don't expect huge accumulations. It's going to be one of those things where, hey, look, it's snowing. But up there at good old Mount LeConte, if you look closely, that's about 2 inches of snow up there. So the potential does exist that we're going to see a little bit of snow tonight in the North Carolina mountains. Another quick recap of what's going on. That's snow right now. There's your temperatures, 65 now, but we're on our way into the 50s by afternoon. And tonight we drop down to a low of 29 degrees, which would break the record low set on this date in 2008. That also would be the 10th latest freeze on record here in the Charlotte metro area, and there's a chance we could do another freeze tomorrow night. So if you're a gardener, take full precautions tonight. That means cover your plants. The most probable thing to do is really to cover them with fabric. Plastic's not the way to go, but a bucket or styrofoam cups work good for seedlings as long as you take them off real quickly in the morning. The other thing is it did rain this morning, but it wouldn't hurt to go out this afternoon while it's still warm and water everything really well. Let it soak in that water. That will help retain some of the heat, but you're going to have to cover things up tonight because this isn't going to be just a touch of frost. This is going to be a freeze. Not a hard freeze, but a pretty good freeze. The tender stuff will take a beating. I'll be on the air today at 4, 5, and 6. We'll update the freeze warning, but now is the time to prepare if you're a gardener, if you want to save your plants, especially the seedlings. They need to be protected tonight as we drop down into the upper 20s in a lot of locations. Hope you have a great day. Unfortunately, it's going to be cold, but we will be warming back up by the weekend.